Hello students, dear friends, good morning all. Today we are going to discuss is about the Skill India, particularly in entrepreneurship module 4, in which we are going to discuss is about the Skill India. Earlier we have discussed about the Startup India and Stand Up India. Now today we are going to discuss about the Skill India. Skill India is a campaign launched by Prime Minister Narendra Damodar Das Modi on 15th July 2015, which aims to train over 40 crore people in India in different skills by 2022. It is one of the campaign which is launched by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi sir on 15th July 2015, and aims is to train over 40 crore people, particularly we can say to our youth, train to our youth means Indian youth in different skills by 2022. It includes the various initiatives of the government like the National Skill Development Mission, National Policy for Skill Development and Entrepreneurship 2015, then PMKVY means Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, and the Skill Loan Scheme. So these are the various initiatives taken by the government under the Skill India. Oracle on 12th February 2016 announced that it will build a new 2.8 million square feet campus in Bangalore, will be Oracle's largest outside of its headquarters in Redwood Shores, California. Oracle Academy will launch an initiative to train more than 500,000 students each year to develop computer science skills by expanding its partnerships to 2,700 institutions in India from 1,700 at present. So we see over here that how Oracle can help India to develop the skill among the youths, particularly here to develop the computer science skills, and expanding its partnerships from 1,700 to 2,700 institutions. Japan's private sector is to set up 6 institutes of manufacturing to train 30,000 people over 10 years in Japanese style manufacturing skills and practices, primarily in the rural areas. Japan India Institute of Manufacturing and Japanese endowed courses means JIM and JEC in engineering colleges would be established for this purpose. In the budget of financial year, particularly I can say 2017-18, the government of India has decided to set aside rupees 17,000 crore in order to boost the Skill India mission. Through this allocations, the government aims at generating employment and providing livelihood to the millions of young Indians who enter the workforce every year. So as we have seen that in the budget of year 2017-18, government has decided to set aside 17,000 crores for particularly Skill India missions, and the main aim behind that is to generate the employment and provide the livelihood to the millions of young people in India. The government has invested rupees 4,000 crore in the launch of Sankalp. Sankalp particularly stands for Skill Acquisition and Knowledge Awareness for Livelihood Promotion Program, another big initiative under the Skill India mission. Through this, it aims at providing market relevant training to 350 million young Indians. So government has also invested 4,000 crores to and launch the Sankalp, particularly another big initiative which main object is to provide the market relevant training to over 350 million young Indians. Objectives of Skill India. The main goal is to create opportunities, space and scope for the development of the talents of the Indian youth, and to develop more of those sectors which have already been put under skill development for the last so many years, and also to identify new sectors for skill development. So here under the Skill India, main objective is to create opportunities, space and scope for the development of the talents of the Indian youth, and also to develop more of those sectors which have already been put under the skill development. and also to find out some new sectors for the skill development. So by this way, the main object is to develop the talents among the Indian youth within the existing what we can say skill development related existing sectors, and also find out the new sectors. The new programs aims at providing training and skill development to 500 million youth of our country by 2020, covering each and every village. Various schemes are also proposed to achieve this objective. Features of Skill India. The emphasis is to skill the youths in such a way so that they get employment and also improve the entrepreneurships. So here these are the features of Skill India, in which the particular you can say main feature is to skill the youth. Means emphasize on the skill development among the youths of India. So so that we can get the more employment, means generate the more employment among the youth of India, and also improve the entrepreneurship. Second feature is provides training, support and guidance for all occupations that were of traditional type, like the carpenters, cobblers, welders, blacksmiths, masons, nurses, tailors, weavers, etc. Then third feature is more emphasis will be given on new areas like real estate, then the construction, transportation, textiles, gem industries, jewelry designing, banking, tourism and various other sectors where skill development is inadequate or nil. So particularly the feature of Skill India is, as we here see that not only to feature is also to provide the training to persons within the traditional type of what we can say different occupations, and at the same time also to emphasize more on the new areas also. So new areas includes, as we have seen, the real estate, construction, transportation, textile design, jewelry designing, like this, and where also some of the skills are skills under some of these sectors are what we can say inadequate or nil. So to develop the skills to particular you can say such type of new areas also. The training next feature is the training programs would be on the lines of international levels, so that the youths of our country can not only meet the domestic demands but also of other countries. So it is also one of the very important feature of the Skill India, that to design the training program or provide the training to the youth which is of the international level. So what happens that they are not only able to meet the domestic demand but also of the other countries, means they can also able to meet the demands of the foreign countries. How is it differ from the previous skill development policies? So how Skill India is different than that of what we can say the previous skill development policies were there. So we see over here that earlier the emphasis was on traditional jobs, but this time all kinds of jobs will be given equal emphasis. Then the second is, earlier the responsibility was divided among the various ministries, but this time these are being clubbed together. So particularly depending the various sectors, various ministries are there, so responsibility is given to what we can say respective ministries earlier, but now it is clubbed together. The Ministry of Skill Development and the Entrepreneurship will be the principal ministry which is going to coordinate with other ministries and organizations. So by this way, the what we can say central control is on the hand of what we can say the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, which is considered as the principal ministry. The new ministry will be a certifying agency. Certificates will be issued to those who complete a particular skill or program, and this certificate has to be recognized by all public and private agencies and entities, including the overseas organizations. So here also what you can say one of the feature is that here certificate is provided to the youth who have taken the particular who have completed the particular skill or program and accordingly they are provided certificates or awarded certificates. And it should be, as here specified, that that particular certificate has to be recognized by all public and private agencies and entities, including the overseas organizations. So what we can say, the certificate is valid to both public and private agencies, and also to the organizations which are overseas, means foreign organizations can also recognize these certificates and give importance to them. Skill India is a program for the entire nation. Government of Gujarat schemes for startups. More than 60% of the Gujarat populations is in the age group of 15 to 59. A young population means a young workforce, which in turn implies a more innovative and entrepreneurial mindsets. The government is focused strongly not just on the employability but also on initiating the startups, incubators, centers for developing the entrepreneurial skills in the youth. Scheme eligibility of applicants means who are eligible for particular, we can say, Skill India campaign or scheme. Any individual or group of individuals having innovative idea or concepts will be eligible. It means that if any individual or group of individual has an innovative idea which is possible to implement or create the, what we can say, new entrepreneurship, then it is then that particular individual or group will be eligible. Then second is eligibility for the institutions, universities, education institutions, incubation centers, PSUs, R&D institutions, private and other establishments will be eligible as an institution to support and mentor to innovators as approved by committee. If committee approved, then all these institutions, also we can say public sector undertakings and the research and development institutions and universities, education institutions, all are, what we can say, eligible if they are approved by committee. Assistance for innovations. Rupees 10,000 per month will be provided to the innovator as sustenance allowances, particularly you can say food allowances, for 1 year, whose project is recommended and approved by the institution's screening committee. If any institution's screening committee can approve the project, then that particular individual or group of individual will be provided rupees 10,000 per month for 1 year. Then second is up to rupees 5 lakhs assistance will be provided to the institutions for mentoring the service annually. Then up to rupees 10 lakhs assistance will be provided for cost of raw materials and components. With this regards, particularly for that particular entrepreneurship related, if any raw materials components are required, then for that cost also rupees 10 lakh is as assistance is provided by the government. Institutions will support to the innovator by providing the mentor services. So institution also support the innovator by providing the mentor service. They are watching for all what the particular, you can say, innovator is doing and helping them also, and checking out all the what we can say procedures made by the innovators. Institutions will allow the innovator to use the facilities available in the institutions for the startups. So for the for any new startup, some of the facilities are required in which are available in the institutions. So institutions will allow the innovator to use these facilities for their new startups. Government will support the selected innovator to get free access to the university, libraries, government laboratories, SDCs and GIDCs, then COEs or PSUs, to have more clarity on his innovative ideas and concepts. So government will support the selected innovator to get free access to the universities, libraries, or what we can say state what particularly we can say that state development corporations or Gujarat Industry Development Corporations, particularly we can say center of excellence, and public sector undertakings like this. All these means particularly we can say innovator can able to access to the universities, libraries, government laboratories, particularly you can say state development corporations. Under that particular you can say Gujarat, here particularly in Gujarat Industrial Development Corporations, then Center of Excellences, then the public sector undertakings. They can able to access to all these institutions. Particularly we can say innovator can able to access all these institutions to have more clarity on his innovative idea or concept. Assistance once the idea or concept get commercialized, means as soon as the idea or concept is get commercialized, some of the assistance is also required to the innovators, and for that what government does is here that marketing or publicity assistance of up to rupees 10 lakhs will be provided for the introductions of innovative products in the market. So for the introduction of the new products into the market, the rupees 10 lakh is as assistance is provided by the government. Then the second is project of innovative products will be assisted in getting venture capital. As we know that venture capital, it means that capital needed at the initial stage of the entrepreneur for the new startup, or particularly you can say for any entrepreneurship. So project of innovative product will be assisted in getting the venture capital. It means that to the entrepreneurs, if any assistance is required by them, then it is provided by the government so that they can able to get the venture capital easily. Then the project will be eligible for other benefits available under the MSME schemes. So what other benefits are under the micro, small and medium enterprise scheme are there? It is also provided to the project if it is one get commercialized. So this is what all about the Skill India. I think you have got clear idea about this. I think you have understood it very well. Thank you very much all.